Welcome. This is AOP, and today we are going to be talking about everything you want to know about Twitter bios, which is arguably the most important part of your digital real estate because that is there to seal the deal. It's the closer. We're also going to be covering some of the other aspects that we haven't talked about yet, all the extras, the accessories. Let's get right into it. So let's review. The bio is the why. You need to do a little bit more convincing to the audience about why you are that person that deserves the follow. Yes. So you've tweeted out something great onto the timeline. They're impressed by your content. Your profile picture has stopped the scroll. Now they're clicking. They're going to your page. They see your banner, gives them an idea about what you do, but yet they're not hitting that follow button. They're reading your bio. Now it's time to seal the deal. Let's talk about how you can do that. Aim for these three things when you're putting a bio together, and you're going to convert much higher. First of all, you're going to define. We talked about you doing that in the banner, but you don't want to get too wordy. You want to give the idea. You want to prime them for what you do. And then in the bio, you're going to clearly define what you do. The goal here is to be understood. And that's a theme with everything. Everything needs to be understood by the audience. No friction. It's clear. We know what you do, and we know what you can do for your audience. The second one is the crux of the why. It's the authority. It's the social proof. Use social proof to validate yourself in the most striking yet simple way, because you still want to be understood by your audience. So if you have that social proof, you're going to put it right then and there, right at the end of the bio is my recommendation to seal that deal. And the last thing, I want you to remember, and not just you, I want your audience to remember your account when they see it. A great account is an account that people are thinking about. So if you go to my profile, my bio is millionaire educator who is turning Twitter into his personal art gallery. How odd. People see that and they're like, whoa, that is interesting. It is showing people what this account is. They're going to be thinking about it. That is the goal. My biggest tip, if I could tell you to not do one thing, is to litter your bio with emojis. Actually, I should add that to this. But avoid words like hustle, money, mindset, grind set. You don't want to be generic, especially if you're an anonymous account. You do not want to be generic. You want to stand out onto the timeline. You want to be understood. That's if you want to make the big bucks on Twitter. All right, so case studies. This is going to be fun. We're going to be going over all of these accounts that are out there that use different tactics on their bios. It's going to be interesting. But before I even get into it, I want to show you a really great transformation. And this is J.K. Molina, and he rewrites his bio all the time. So on the left-hand side is this early one. I was talking with JK, and I was like, you got a screenshot of one of your earliest brands put together? And this is what he has. I teach people about people. That's actually pretty well written. Learn social skills and have more fun with life. Sickest threads on Twitter. Get my handbook to human nature below. Take a look at how this transforms. So he used a 3-step process right here. One, he gets your attention. Alphantasma. I hope I'm saying that right. Latin ghostwriter tweets about writing, free thinking, financial, and mental wealth. Alchemist at Tweet Hunter. So when you go to that, you actually go to the Tweet Hunter site. He's getting your attention. You're going to remember this because this is interesting. He's clearly defining what he does for you, and then he's adding social proof onto the timeline. So much better than having a generic I teach people about people. That's it. It reads well. It's written by somebody obviously who knows how to write, but who doesn't? And who doesn't teach people about social skills and have more fun life on Twitter? Look at how his brand has evolved in the right direction. So we're going to be looking at people who set up their bios in a specific manner. All right. And I've dubbed these some interesting titles. This is the solution. All right. So I call these bios the solution. There's a problem in the world, and they're sealing the deal by telling you about the problem and telling you that they are the right person to solve that problem. So you're reading these, nodding in agreement. Here's John. This is a great one. Medicine is broken. Like, so many people are going to read that and agree with it, right? I help men and women bulletproof their health. Very persuasive language. Improve their sleep and energy, and permanently eliminate stress. Wow, that is absolutely incredible. So he's setting himself up as the solution. Here's the problem. He's clearly defining what he does, and he has quite a huge offer to his audience by permanently eliminating stress. You're probably going to read a little bit more and look through his content and his pinned tweets and all of his good stuff because it's so interesting. Here's Will, Renaissance of Men. This is another solution. The world wants men weak. A man is going to read that and be like, this guy understands me. I coach men to become the best versions of themselves through self-knowledge. And there is the social proof right at the end. Stanford O2 with a call to action to his newsletter. Very clean right here. So both of these accounts are presenting you a problem, and their account is the solution. And the only way to get that solution is to give them the follow button. Let's see what's next. I call these guys the you know what I do's. Okay, because they are so making it clear about who and what they do for you that is hitting you square in the face. This is Get Paid Writing. I teach you powerful rhetoric to improve your writing and get paid online. What I think is interesting about this is when I was a teacher, we used to have on the board, we used to have I will and you will learn. We had to like clearly define like I teach, we will learn this today. You will learn this. And just that's exactly what this is. I teach you, notice he's using you, powerful rhetorical skills. Sorry, I can't read. I teach you powerful rhetorical tricks to improve your writing and get paid online. Published author, social proof, ghostwriter, songwriter, poet. This man does it all. You need to give him a follow. This is Joey Justice, making you more efficient so you make more money, sharing insights on productivity, systems, and psychology. 104 business owners helped in 3 years. So there is his social proof. So fantastic. And notice that they're positioning themselves with you. This is intentional. I teach you, making you, using what they do is he teach you tricks to improve your writing efficiency so that you can make more money. Very, very, very interesting. It's like the you know what I do, and you can use that to make some money. They're improving your life. Now, this one is the story time. This one's ultra clever, I think, and maybe a little underappreciated, but you have to be really good at writing to be able to kind of pull this one off. Story time is by showing you what they do instead of flat out telling you. Here is George Cisneros. He's painting a picture with words. I swam with sharks in Belize, smoked a Cuban cigar in Havana, and grabbed an alligator by the tail. So what he's telling you in a way, but without saying, is he's a guy that lives an adventurous life, right? It's a form of social proof right here, but he's not, being braggadocious. He's inviting you along in the story. Storytelling is so effective. Wisdom shared from someone who's been around the sun 55 times. A very interesting, well-written profile bio. I know he's changed it. This was my favorite version of George's bio, so I put it in here in the Storytime version. This one's critical, Sway. This is an interesting account. He's out in masterclass. The government paid me to influence people and uncover secrets. I do the same now, but I work for you. Whoa. Wow. This is like having the CIA, but like they're on my side, right? Like, so it's really interesting. And it's a very cool, it's like Jason Bourne is here, or James Bond. He's working with you and he's uncovering the secrets that were formerly secrets for you. But it is a cool story. And these two gentlemen use the story time. This is social proof. These are just people who lean into the social proof. Can you overdo it? I don't think so. Social proof is the most important part of the bio. When done right, like these two gentlemen, you're going to grow your account organically because the audience is just going to be like, wow. George 10, the grammar hippie copywriter, used copywriting to build an $8.5 million store. Wow. Wrote 10, not just one, six-figure sales pages. Oh boy, maybe I should hire this guy to write mine. Spent $10 million on Facebook ads. What a weird flex, but but it's all social proof. Everything there is social proof and social proof on top of it. Absolutely fantastic bio. You are going to want to click that follow button because you are perceiving them as a high value person. This is Toby. Now, he starts off with telling you what he does, insights on leadership, productivity, and fatherhood. But I love this because he is a nonprofit CEO. He's doing this for you, married with 6 kids. Lots of social proof. A CEO with 6 kids, nonprofit. What a guy. He's there to lead, to serve. You might be sitting here, AOP. All of these guys have incredible social proof. They're swimming with sharks. They're uncovering the secrets. They're copywriting skills and $20 billion in cold showers and Facebook ads. I don't have social proof. What am I supposed to do? Well, my friends, it's always important to be authentic with your audience. And if you're a younger person and you're starting on the journey, all you need to do is invite the audience along for the ride, right? Because one of the cool things about Twitter and social media is that you can build in public, and that's what these 2 accounts do. Fi Female was in the last cohort. I teach digital entrepreneurs branding, marketing, and sales to reach financial independence. Grew my brand 1,968% in 32 days. Let's make money online together. So there's an invite. There is social proof there, all right? And it's how much they have grown because they've grown their accounts and they help people with branding, right? They have an offer that's along those lines. Let's make money online together. They invite you to the journey. Game of Life. This is a fun account in Masterclass on the road to achieving self-mastery. See, he's right up front with you. I'm on the road to achieving self-mastery. I will succeed and make my dreams a reality. It's almost like an affirmation, like what Wiz of Ecom did when I was talking about his account when he had that Forbes 2020 or Forbes 2033 in the last lesson I was talking about, the sharing lessons as I build my personal empire. Fantastic. Just, instead of saying, I'm have no social, I'm not a CEO, I didn't go to Stanford in '02, that's fine. They're on the journey. And they're obviously doing things right because they have so many followers and they're growing in the right direction. Here's some other things to think about. Here are the and more part. All right, so you got your profile picture. You have a beautiful profile picture. Your banner is so clean and your bio is so well put together. I have it all AOP. No, you don't. There's 3 more things to think about. Let's talk about clear CTAs. Now, if you're a brand new account and you just started from day one here in CPP, that's fine. You may not even have you don't need to have a CTA. CTA is a call to action. Remember, to really make money on Twitter, unfortunately, you have to take people off of Twitter as fast as possible. And that's what a CTA does. You use the location. Here's mine. Instead of having I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, or something that nobody can relate to, you prime people. And this is mine. Join our studio with a direct link to masterclass247.com. You have to make a decision on where you want people to go. This is a few tips for you with the CTA. 1, don't litter your bio with all of these links everywhere. And I see people with all this blue, the more blue text you have, the weaker people are going to follow where you want them to go. That's a fact. Okay. I only have 1 CTA on my Twitter profile. And yeah, I can point people into many different directions. There's a lot of things that we do, but I want them going there. All right. Now, you may have a newsletter right there or a podcast. Make a decision, prime people in the CTA, and then have them led in the link. I hope that you have secured a domain name. I mentioned that in one of the previous lessons. The other one is follower accounts. So many people will come on to and start working with us, and they'll be like, I have seen some accounts following 6,000 accounts, and they have only 2,000 or 3,000 followers. Yeah, y'all, you're looking like a personal account. Like, this is just, hey, I'm here to consume, and a serious person who's in the content creation isn't going to be doing this. And I've seen these before. 459, 7 followers. You need to think about who you're following strategically. Yes, I hope I have a follow from you, but guess what? If I'm not an account that you're going to interact with or do business with in the future, then don't follow me. Okay. Make sure you're following people that are in groups with you, who you're in small circles with, or even larger circles with, and or accounts that you plan on interacting with. Those are the people you should be following. People who are going to scratch your back and or people who you are going to want to interact with and siphon their audience towards yours. So you may be at a position right now where you are following 2,000 people and you only have like 1,000 followers. You need to trim that down. What should I trim it down to, AOP? I can't tell you exactly what number because it's going to be different for a lot of people, but you're going to need to make a decision. And if you take a look at mine, 216, I'm only following that many, and 128 plus thousand followers. Yeah, and all the mods here, same thing as well. That signals that you're a serious content creator. My suggestion to you, if you're not doing that right, is to maybe once a week trim maybe 20 to 25 people. If you overdo it, if you overdo cutting down or trimming who you are following and then wind up following another account, you may trigger the AI Twitter algo bots, and you may get your hand slapped for a few days where you might not even be able to post. Yes, the Twitter algorithm and the bots are designed to find accounts that are doing the follow for method. If you don't know what that is, good. I'm glad you don't, because it's worthless. But if you do know what I'm talking about, you need to slowly trim the amount of accounts that you're following and put them down for the ones that you plan on interacting with and or doing business with. The third is the pin tweets. Now, pin tweets are kind of another part of your brand. It's the first tweet people are going to see. And remember, content. All of our next lesson's all going to be about content, by the way. Content's the biggest part of your brand. This is all the visual aspects of our digital real estate, right? The content is really going to let people know what you're about. So Steve, he's got a great pin tweet. I retired in my mid-30s, working a regular job and doing the opposite of what most people tell you. Here's unpopular opinions that will make you rich. Why is this so good? Because it's a little bit of a story. Could even be a bio. I retired in my mid-30s. This tells you that he's well-to-do without saying that I'm well-to-do. Well, plus he has millionaire habits right here. It all ties together. It's understood what he can do for you. And you also see that he has a lot of traffic on his page. He's a guy. It's like going to somebody's, when you go see that pin tweet and it has a lot of action, a lot of likes and retweets, it's like going into a restaurant and the whole place is filled, right? If I scroll through somebody's timeline and all it is other people's stuff and all of their tweets have 0 likes or 1 like, it's like walking into a dead restaurant on a Saturday night. And you're like, what's wrong with this? You automatically think something's wrong with it. A pinned tweet that tells a story about what you can do or what you have done and has lots of value is too good to ignore. And you're going to be picking up followers just from that. Fantastic. All right. This was a fun lesson. I love doing case studies. Now it's your turn. Below, I want you to submit your profile for feedback. We have Steve with us today in Create, Publish, Profit. Help him out by screenshotting your page and drop it below. Steve will give you comments today all about your profile. Be open to the feedback and help each other out too if you would like. We are all here to learn together. Tomorrow, everyone, I would like it for you to submit your full profiles for feedback again. Yeah, we're going to do one more day. This time I'll be making some videos alongside with Steve. And then we're off to content, guys. We're leaving the personal profiles behind. Some of you might be like, AOP, oh my gosh, I'm still working on this. It's okay. I've got you covered, my friends. On Tuesday, we will open up a special room where you will be helping each other out on branding feedback. I will go in depth on how that is going to work, but you're going to absolutely love it because we're not shutting down the personal branding feedback. We're just going to keep it on the back burner in another room, and we have got you covered, my friends. All right, so hope you enjoyed this lesson. Drop them below. Steve will be giving you comments throughout the day. Tomorrow, I'll be back doing some